Crash by Jerry Spinelli, chapters 43 through 45. Read for you by Mrs. Shoemaker. Chapter 43. April 16th. Scooter came home today. Chapter 44. April 18th. It's Penn Relays week. They go from Tuesday to Saturday. Middle school runs on Friday. The coach ended practice early today. He took us to a classroom and showed us movies of Penn Relays of the past. The coach says the Penn Relays are the oldest, biggest, and best relay track meet in the world. Over 15,000 people compete. That's bigger than the Olympics, and more than the population of Springfield. There are races for 4-year-olds, 80-year-olds, and people in wheelchairs. I tell you, I was surprised. I thought only pro football and baseball games get crowded like that. For our meet with Donner last week, there were 2 people in the stands. You guessed it, Webb's parents. The relays are held in a big double-decker stadium called Franklin Field. As the runners tear around the track, the sound from the stands goes with them. A kind of low, windy sound at first. Ooh, and then that gets louder and louder like a hurricane coming. Ooh, until the runners bust off the last turn and head for the tape. Then the whole joint goes bonkers. Along the first row, they're groping at the runners and practically hanging from the rails by their feet. In the upper deck, they spill over and dance on top of the scoreboard. It's like 100 touchdowns scoring at once. And that's just one race. As soon as the last runner crosses the finish line, they start another, and another, all day long. By the time the film was over, I could see why Henry Wildhide Webb III wanted to come back. The coach turned on the lights, but instead of dismissing us, he started to talk. Boys, we have our own little Penn relay tradition here at Springfield. I don't especially care whether we win or not. I've been taking teams to the Penn Relays for 16 years now, and we've never won the suburban middle school race. Not once. And I intend to continue that perfect record. Everybody laughed. To me, running in the relays is a reward. It's my way of saying thank you to those who have stayed with the program and put up with me for 3 years. More laughing. In other words, the 8th grade sprinters automatically make the team. Now, we need 4 sprinters for the 4x100 meter relay team. We've got 3 8th graders. Herber, Knowles, Caruso. That means there's 1 spot open. On Wednesday, 6th and 7th graders will race off to see who gets that spot. He let that sink in. I could feel the eyes. I knew what everyone was thinking. I knew what I was thinking. That spot is mine. He clapped his hands. Okay, go home. I stayed in my seat. Half of me wanted to look at Webb. The other half was afraid. When I finally did look, he was gone. Scooter lives downstairs now. The den is up in his old bedroom. His sea chest was waiting for him. My father got it out of storage. He uses a walker. It's a 4-legged thing that he pushes ahead, steps into, pushes ahead, steps into, like that. It takes him 5 minutes to cross the living room, but nobody's complaining. He gets tired a lot. Abby and I are still allowed to climb on the bed with him, but we have to do it early, and we can't stay too long. We did it for the first time last night. For some reason, I sort of thought that once the 3 of us were back in the bed boat, everything would be the same again. But it wasn't. Scooter still only says, "Bye, bye." I'm trying to get back the old safe-in-the-bed boat feeling. I can't quite make it. Before it was like Scooter was captain and we were the mates. Now it's turned around. We're the captains. And you don't feel so safe being captain. Chapter 45. April 19th. Big surprise when I got home from school today. My mother was there. "You sick?" I said. "No," she said, "just home." "You got fired?" She chuckled. I quit. Actually, I half quit. I still do it part-time, but only on my schedule. The mall can get along without me. Why? I said. She shrugged. Well, with Scooter home now. She squeezed my shoulder and stared into my eyes. Now, really, would you rather have my money or my time? Your money. I knew I shouldn't have asked that. What about Mrs. Linfont? Well, she did get fired. Good. So I'll be making dinner tonight. Not good. She laughed. Dinner wasn't bad. For my mother, anyway. She's got possibilities. There were 4 of us. Me, Abby, Mom, and Scooter. Maybe you can do your painting again now, said Abby. I don't like that one you did of me as a baby. I want you to paint me like I am now, she posed. Gorgeous. My mother made a frame of her fingers and peered through. We'll see. Is Daddy quitting his job too? Her face showed what she wanted the answer to be. No, said my mom. Not unless you want to live in a hut. Abby piped. Yeah! My mother wagged her head. I keep saying things I shouldn't. Well, there's one thing you'll be glad about. I really will be buying some of your clothes a second time around from now on. Abby clapped. Goody! My mother turned to me. Oh, no, I said. She looked half sad. You can live without $30 shirts. We're all going to have to give up something. I'm selling my car. I ain't wearing no used underwear, I told her. No used underwear, she said. Just some things. And look on the bright side. Now you won't have to waste so much time comparing price tags with your friends. Abby laughed. I stuck my face in my food. I felt like punching a wall. Scooter was silent the whole time, turning his head to each person who talked, his smile tilting, his whole body tilting, in his chair. No sneakers, I said. I thought of my money in my dresser drawer. I almost had enough saved for a new pair I saw, better than Mike's. You can't make me spend my own money at a thrift shop. She patted my hand. Wouldn't dream of it. She came into my room when I went to bed. You're not going to tuck me in like some baby every night now, are you? She laughed. No, just tonight. As she was heading out, I said, just one thing. She stopped. She was like a shadow against the hallway light. What's that? If you buy me stuff from the thrift shop. Yes. Don't tell me. I can't get to sleep. I keep thinking about the race-off tomorrow. I know there's no way I can lose, but I still feel nervous. I want to be on the bedboat. Ever since Webb came dorking and whistling up the street the first day, he never saw me without saying hi. Until today. Not at school. Not on the track. Tonight, even though the coach ran us ragged at practice, I heard Webb sprinting past the house. My father bought a new spark plug for the mower. Now the gas cap has disappeared.